Okay. Let's call the meeting to order. It's Thursday, August 10th, 2017. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So we'd skip all. Do you have any new minutes and reports received and filed?
I do. I have July 2017 collector fees filed.
Okay. We'll skip all the other. Any unfinished business? Okay. New business. Approve an order as presented authorizing an extension of the maturity date of the county's limited general obligation temporary note, Parkview Meadows Neighborhood Improvement Project, Series 2015 with Hawthorne Bank.
Do you want me to talk about that?
Yes, please.
It's pretty simple. Do I need
Yeah,
to speak into
good.
this, or is it already?
It's fine.
Okay, sorry. All we're doing is just getting this to the end. So we know that we can meet this deadline now with the project complete, which is the next item you're going to consider. And so the bank had agreed to an extension just to get us to a final closing date on the bonds. October 15th should be about a week past what we really need, but we decided to give ourselves just a little bit of leeway there. So that's all you're doing. This is the same thing you've done twice before.
Okay. Do we need a motion on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Total cost, Eric, was $607,000, roughly.
Let's go ahead and take action on the extension of the note first.
Okay.
Okay.
So which?
It's the one, the order authorizing the
Order, okay.
extension.
Extension of the maturity date?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I move that we sign the order authorizing an extension of the maturity date of the county's limited general obligation temporary note, Parkview Meadows Neighborhood Improvement District or Project Series 2015 with Hawthorne Bank, and authorizing certain other documents and actions in connection therewith.
I second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Approve an order as presented, finding the Parkview Meadows Neighborhood Improvement Project completed, assessing the cost of the project against the properties liable, therefore, and providing for collection of such special assessments, authorizing certain other actions in connection therewith.
Okay, so this one is the final action with respect to the Neighborhood Improvement District for Parkview Meadows before we get to the long-term financing. And so what's required at this point under this statute is that once the project is absolutely complete, which Eric tells me that it is, then all costs are tallied. That's been done by Eric's office. And the commission is required to declare the project complete, determine what all the final costs are, and order that those be assessed against the properties in accordance with the original petition, which, as you may recall on this transaction, was on a per lot basis over the 103 lots. And so that's what you have in front of you. The total costs, project costs, Eric had a spreadsheet, which I think all of you have seen, and it totals all of the project costs, the engineering, all the construction costs. We put the concrete testing line items that they had over in the construction cost area, because that's really engineering as far as I'm concerned. And we divided out the legal, administrative fees, publications, those kind of things into a separate line item. So if you look at Exhibit A to this order, we've grouped items in 3 categories. So the total engineering and construction costs, $600,231.23. Construction period interest, that's on this temporary note. And so $5,947.43 on construction period interest. And then the miscellaneous fees are all of those legal fees, the financial advisor fees, your bank had a fee on the construction note, publication, mailing, recording, that sort of thing. That's what the $38,725.95 is. So that brings you to that total of project cost to be assessed of $644,904.61. That is the amount that is divided by 103. You look at, excuse me, Exhibit B as the final assessment roll, which lists all of the properties within the neighborhood improvement district. One thing I wanted to point out that is different from the early draft I sent you a couple days ago. If you go down to lots 8 and 9, I've now grouped those together and just doubled the assessment. And the reason I did that is because those two lots combined are a single tax parcel ID number.
Okay.
And so my concern was if we left them separate and assigned the same parcel ID to each one, that one of them might accidentally get dropped in the assessment process. So we combined those. Other than that, everything is the same. And then the final page, Exhibit C, that is the notice that will be mailed to all of the property owners today. So if you approve the order, then this notice, together with that entire assessment roll, will go out by certified mail to all of the property owners. We are also sending it by just regular U.S. mail because some people don't pick up their certifieds, and I just, it's a better way to make sure that everybody gets this. So we've established a date that is 30 days from today for the deadline to prepay the assessment amounts. So if someone does not prepay their allocable share, so that, what does that work out to be? The $6,261.21 for each lot. So if someone does not pay, and most will not, by that date, then all of the remaining amounts are put together and then financed through the long-term general obligation bonds that will go out 20 years. And so on top of the assessment that they already have, they will include the financing fees as well as interest. So we won't know, if someone asks you, what will my tax bill be for the NID assessment, you won't know what that is until we get to the date where the interest rates are set on the bonds. Okay. And that date on your schedule is September 19th. Okay. Do you have any questions for me or Eric?
Do we have a rough idea
Of what it might be?
Yeah.
I don't. Joy Howard had prepared some very rough numbers early on in the process, but the costs have increased since then. And so she didn't give me a debt service schedule. Has she given you anything, no. Debbie or Eric? No? No.
So it'd be 6261 plus interest over the 20-year period or whatever, and then you just divide that by 20 years.
It'll actually be plus the financing fees and then plus interest. But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. Sorry.
That's all right. I mean, I'd say, I don't know. I'm not going to say it. Question, just on that lot 8 and 9, that single tax parcel ID, I mean, are those lots joined then? Okay. So they'd have to be split legally. I mean, somebody bought 2 lots, I guess, joined them and put one single residence on there.
Right.
And so I guess technically by the assessor, that's one lot.
According to the assessor's office, they've assigned them a single tax parcel.
So they'd have to be technically split back, and then
if they should ever sell, well, if any of the lots should ever, a portion of a lot should be sold, then under the Neighborhood Improvement District statute, there's a procedure for the assessor to follow in dividing the assessments against divided lots.
Okay.
And it's based upon the assessed value of each lot after the division, before and after the division. That's something that I don't tend to ever get calls on, I think, because it happens after the fact and the assessor's office just follows the statute on that.
Okay. Got any questions?
Oh,
Okay.
Did you sign that other one?
You need
yet?
a motion to approve. I've got some for signature over here. Do you want
Okay,
a
that's
motion
fine.
to approve?
Yeah, that's fine. I move that we sign an order finding the Parkview Meadows Neighborhood Improvement Project completed, assessing the costs of such project against the properties liable therefore, and providing for the collection of such special assessments and authorizing certain other actions in connection therewith.
I second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you. Do you have anything else on your agenda?
No. Anything else
Bring these
you
to
need
mine.
from us?
No, just signatures. We have two
Sure.
copies of each order so that I can take one and we'll
Okay.
leave one with Lynn.
Okay.
I move we stand in recess till 4:30.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did you guys have anything?